Hello. Well, it is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. I'm out walking. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's 64 degrees out. It's amazing. Definitely need to get my butt up earlier and get some exercise done. Get it going, you know. I want to get some weight off because we're going to be doing a lot of walking around and stuff. Well, I need to get it off anyway, but I'm tired of looking fat in pictures. Just done with it. Looking bloated. So we have a trip coming up sometime in January. St. Augustine. It's an annual trip now that we do. We usually like stay in Orlando, do some stuff around there. Then we travel north a couple hours to St. Augustine and check out their, I want to say Festival of Lights, but I cannot see anything. So if I'm not looking at you, I apologize. The sun is right in my eyes. Anyway, I think it's City of Lights. And so the whole city basically puts lights up, the Lionsgate Bridge, everything. Just lights everywhere. It's just nice to walk around. You know, we know the city, the old city pretty well now. But it's just nice to be out and enjoying the cool weather and, you know, just kind of being somewhere different and relaxing for once. Something moving out there. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was just looking at the news and I guess there's Kennedy Center Honors. It's gonna be, I guess it was already filmed, but it's gonna be premiering December 22nd on CBS. Oh, on Paramount. And I was like, you know, I always heard of Kennedy Center Honors, and I never even, you know, you hear the name Kennedy, you know, John F. Kennedy. I was like, what the heck are the Kennedy Center Honors? Anyway, I knew they were like celebrities and things like that, but I just looked at it, and so it's John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts has selected the 47th honorees for Lifetime Artistic Achievements, acclaimed. So Lifetime Artistic Achievements. So now I've kind of assumed what it was, but I just never really looked to see what the heck it was. I don't even know what the Kennedy Center really is. I'm assuming it's a place. I don't know what the organization is or anything like that. You know, I just started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't even really know anything about it, and I watch all these videos, and what is it really? I don't think there's anything. So the history of the Kennedy Center Honors. Throughout its 45-year history, the Kennedy Center Honors has redefined America's perception of the artistic legacy and reinvented the way this nation rewards its artists. So it's rewarding, okay. The honors have been compared to a knighthood in Britain. Oh, wow. Or the French Legion of Honor. The quintessential reward for a lifetime's endeavor. At the same time, the annual addition of new names to the roster of honors recipients charts the international standard of excellence set by America's artists, as well as the aesthetic inspiration inspiration provided by artists of other nations who have achieved prominence on these shores. So anyway, it's a form here. I guess you can submit Kennedy Center Honor recommendations, all that. Okay, so it's like a very prestigious thing. Okay, I knew they got the little, what do you call it, thing over their neck, medallion thing. But this never said what the heck is it. So I wasn't far off in my assumption. Anyway, this year it's we've got an actor, well, not actor. I don't think he's ever been in any of his stuff. Director, filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola. Legendary American rock band The Grateful Dead with Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, Phil Lesh, and Bob Weir. Blues rock singer, songwriter, and guitarist Bonnie Raitt. Jazz trumpeter, pianist, and composer Arturo Sandoval. I know that name. And the Apollo, which will receive a special honors as an iconic American institution. Oh, that's cool. That makes sense. I mean, everybody knows what the Apollo is. Everybody's heard of that. So that's cool. I mean, yeah, Coppola, he's definitely an interesting guy. He definitely takes his chances, and I don't know how this last movie went that he put out, but I know he's doing a lot of like dream projects and things like that. That's what I do. Another fan, walking with my selfie stick. I guess people don't like selfie sticks. Something about these selfie sticks. I don't think I have anything written on it. Huh. Anyway, Coppola is always like taking chances. Obviously, he had these big movies, and now it seems like for years and years, he's done just dream projects. And I don't know if they've done really well at the box office or anything, but I know he's very involved in his wine company and things like that. But, you know, good for him being just an artist, going after his art, his craft, his dreams. Very cool. And Bonnie Raitt, of course. You know, I still need to dig deeper into her catalog. She had a certain period for me that I liked. There's like a 70s album, I think Sweet Forgiveness was the name of it that I like. And in Luck of the Draw, Nick of Time, right there in that 80s kind of time. I like her, but she was just here recently, and I don't know what, you know, things slip by you, but it's definitely somebody I wanted to see live. Watch her play that slide guitar live would be really cool. But I missed it, so hopefully she'll be back around. She's got plenty of years left in her, so hopefully she'll be back around to this area. But yeah, I would say she would, you know, be deserving of something of an honor like that, right? She's dedicated her whole life to music and put out some really good stuff out there. Also the Grateful Dead, yeah, I mean, they're a staple of America. I mean, they've been around forever. You know, every record store day, there's a Grateful Dead album out there. People are still buying them, and they're still relevant. You still see the t-shirts, you still see everything. I mean, not only as being a good band, great live act, some good recordings. I don't know all their stuff, but I know their early stuff like American Beauty and Working Man's Dead. I love that stuff. But the marketing too. I mean, everybody knows that skeleton and that red rose, and there's certain things you see and you relate it to the Grateful Dead. So they did a good job of the marketing on that too. I even have a Jerry Garcia tie at home, which I showed you, I think, the other day. I'll be getting rid of that soon because I don't wear it. Arturio's Sandoval. Now I know the name. Yeah, I'm just not into, I guess he's a jazz artist. I've heard the name, but I really just haven't, I don't know any of his stuff. I'm not really into like the modern jazz era. My jazz is 50s and 60s mainly, and it stretches it in the 70s, but really by the 80s there's not much interest there. There's just a certain time period of it that I like. I don't know if it's nostalgia, I don't know if it's the look, you know, how they dressed, I don't know. There's something about that period of 50s, 60s, you know, partially 70s jazz that I like. I don't know. I just don't have an interest in any of the new stuff, which is a shame. But I have a lot of catching up to do anyway on just those 2.5 decades or so that I like. So I'll stick with that for now, and we'll see if it expands. I do have one jazz album that came out probably about 2 years ago. I can't remember her name. I believe she's a Spanish lady, plays the saxophone, and I really got into it. And it even has guitar in there, which I don't like a lot of jazz guitar, but it works. And I liked her last name starts with an A. Can't think of it, but Aldana. Okay, anyway, but yeah, I liked her album, and I put that on. It's a good album. But yeah, and then of course the Apollo. Everybody has heard of the Apollo. You hear all these great stories about the Apollo, and all these performances at the Apollo, and you know, it's just iconic. Everybody knows that place. It's good to see a place like that still around. I think it's still up and running, right? I believe they're still holding concerts there and all that. I drove by it once. I've seen it once. Just the outside. I think I was down just an alleyway. or something. We were driving down. It was back in like 95 when I spent part of my honeymoon in New York, and we drove down a street, and I was still kind of like absorbing New York. And we're going down these side streets, and there's trash cans and full of trash and knocked over, and that part of that area was like dirty, and it's like everything I'd seen in movies, but I'd never seen it firsthand. So it was amazing, just the sights, the sounds, the smells. Like I still remember it, and I don't know who we were with. It might have been my brother-in-law driving or something. Can't remember if he drove us through the city, but he pointed out, hey, there's the Apollo. And I kind of looked over, and I don't know if it was a back entrance, an alleyway, but it didn't look like the front of the building. So I don't remember seeing the front, but I do remember kind of going down the street and seeing it. And I think it was like a brick building, but yeah, just, man, it's gonna bring back memories of that time. New York is like, I want to call it a second home, but if I ever had like big money, I would, I'd be out of Florida, I'll tell you that. Move somewhere else where it's not so hot, but not too cold. And I would have an apartment or something in New York. There's parts of Kurt Vonnegut, No Country, A Man Without a Country. And he talks about brings up his little apartment there in the city, and it sounds, so cool. When did he write this? Probably in the early 2000s. When did he pass? Early 2000. Well, he was 82, somewhere near the end of his life. And he just leaves the apartment, goes down, still goes to the post office, things like that. And I'm like, man, that'd be kind of cool to step out, because there's nothing like stepping out into that city. And there's different parts of the city too. There's, you got those residential areas where you're not like in the heart of the city, but not too many blocks away, you're in the heart of the city. So it's just, I don't know. I'd like to, never thought, growing up in Florida, enjoying the trees and all this stuff, which I still do. I still love nature. I would like that city part also, but I do. I mean, I go to Tampa, and it's nothing like New York. It's just not the same thing. I don't know. There's just a feel about it. But anyway, I don't want to run this on too long, but hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully I get this out at a decent time for you guys to watch. Hope everything's going well with you, and I will see you tomorrow. And hopefully the crazy bicycle guy doesn't try to come and get me. I'm watching for you, crazy low ground bicycle guy. Anyway, bye.